Thanks for joining us tonight at 6 o'clock. I'm Mike Thompson.
And I'm Martha Koloski. A Prairie du Chien middle school principal is in court today for allegedly abusing a student at his school. Bluffview Intermediate School principal Aaron Amundson is accused of pouring a chemical on the child's hand, causing a burn so severe the boy was taken to the emergency room.
Amundson is charged with 1 count of child abuse for recklessly causing harm. According to the criminal complaint, Amundson saw a student with FU written on the back of his hand. He tried to get rid of the writing with a gum and wax remover and rubbed the spot with a Scotch-Brite pad. The Crawford County courtroom was packed today, many showing support for Amundson.
A lot of folks in the courtroom today, just based on character of Aaron Amundson. We believe in how he supports our children, our community, and testament is all the kids here and the adults.
Amundson is out on a $1,000 signature bond.
But this isn't the first time the principal has been investigated by the school district and police for inappropriate behavior. News 8's Mal Meyer has been investigating why the principal was disciplined before and how he was allowed back at the school.
Mike and Martha, News 8 was able to obtain the personnel file for the educator through a Freedom of Information Act request. Now, in this file dating back to 1997 when Amundson was hired by the district, there were at least 4 separate incidents and 2 state-level investigations for his behavior since becoming the middle school principal in the Prairie du Chien area school district. According to Aaron Amundson's personnel file, the first incident to be reviewed happened in January of 2012 when he sent an email containing content of a sexual nature to some staff members. The issue was discovered during a separate harassment complaint investigation. In a 2013 letter sent to Amundson, an investigator found he said "pissed off" while speaking in an agitated state to an employee. Then in December of 2014, a parent complained saying the principal reportedly called a group of students idiots. A separate parent complained a few days prior that Amundson told students, quote, "God help me if you have to ask me what line you're in, I'm going to kill ya," end quote. That incident was reviewed by the Prairie du Chien Police Department and he received disciplinary action.
At that time, he was put on a week's non-paid leave.
A few months later, he participated in a nonviolent crisis intervention course. But the district superintendent says this is typical training for all staff and was not in response to any one incident.
It talks about verbal de-escalation, proper safe restraint if you have to restrain kids, but it goes through a whole curriculum and has to be re-upped every year.
The personnel file also states Amundson was investigated at some point by the Wisconsin Department of Public Instruction under seclusion and restraint issues which required a corrective action plan. But the district superintendent says they have no record of that report.
I only have certain amounts of information from different agencies in this aspect, and I'm trying to get all of that put together before we can make it an informed employment decision.
Smoody, who is not the district superintendent during the other incidents noted in the file, says Amundson seemed to be a model administrator until now.
I had not heard a single thing about him until this incident as far as negative.
It's now up to the school board members to decide if these reports are part of a bigger problem.
Through working with legal counsel, we're trying to figure out, do these continue to exhibit a pattern of behavior, or are these separate instances that are not related?
Now, after each incident, statements in the file said the district does not tolerate this behavior from an administrator and it must not be repeated. The letters then threatened Amundson with more severe disciplinary action, including the non-renewal of his contract. Mike and Martha.
Okay, thanks a lot, Mal. Amundson is still on paid leave from the district at this time. The district superintendent says a decision regarding next steps could be made during a school board meeting this coming Monday.
And Amundson is expected to return to court on May 31st.